All right, here we are with the second dry suit dive at Mermet Springs on March 2nd. You can see the profile before you. It was another chilly one. Max depth temperature of 46.4 degrees, although it doesn't necessarily mean the coldest temperature, but in this case it looks like that was true. Wow, a balmy 60 degrees on the surface. That is false. That was air temperature, and the watch was, or the computer was catching up to the temperature. You know, it's not an instantaneous temperature reading. Yeah, a little surprised at the depth fluctuation here. We did kind of get separated this dive a few times. It was murky. We were kicking stuff up, going there. This was along the wall. I'm about in the next frame. Or in the next segment, I'm gonna show you the path we took. And like I've already said, I was hugging the wall the entire time. Almost literally. And that was kicking up silt and things, and so on the way back especially it was kind of murky, and we did lose each other a couple times almost, but anyway, yeah, nothing too exciting on this page. Let's take a look at where we went. Alright, wanted to show you guys roughly where we went on the second dive. So we started on the old primary dock, surface swam over to platform 1. Hold on, that's really thick. Let's try this one. That's better. Alright. Platform 1, then we dropped down to platform 1 and followed the ropes to platform 2. Saw lots of fish on the way, platform 3. From there, actually, I'm not quite sure. I think we kind of started heading to the wall, dropped down a little bit, and just followed the wall under this dock. I don't think we got much deeper than 30 feet. Follow the wall, follow the wall, follow the wall, all the way to... I have no idea. Yeah, I was not watching my compass at all. I think we got to 20 minutes, and then we turned around and went back. A little bit shallower on the ride back, I think. And yeah, just kind of made our way back to the platforms, and that was it. Saw some spoonbills around here somewhere. But yeah, you start following that wall, and we might have come around the corner. I'm not sure. Next time I do that dive, I need to watch my compass, because yeah, that way's north. So you can probably get a sense. So, you know, you start going west, then you know you're up on this wall. But anyway, let's take a look. All right, finally to the actual dive footage. Oh, yep, had to make sure it was on and running, and yeah, everybody already is going down. I was kind of slow to get going here, but we are over platform 1, ready to descend. Yeah, I don't think I mentioned, or maybe I did in the first dive. The other thing about dry suit is, you know, I don't do it at all, and especially what you're wearing underneath really affects your buoyancy. So getting your weighting right is not the easiest thing. You know, again, that's something that comes with experience. So I had to get out of the pool and go add some extra weight on the first dive. There was some on the dock that Terry had. He had a couple of 1-pounders we put in my pockets, and it still wasn't enough. So you can see me smacking into the platform here. That's just, yep, overweighted, under buoyancy. I'm not sure how much weight I was wearing, actually. I should know that, but some of the weights I was using weren't marked. So yeah, I don't know. These are weights I own, actually, and I don't know how much they actually are. My uncle was kind enough to give me some of his diving weights. Yeah, he had a bunch, or didn't think he was going to need them anymore, so he gave them to me. But some of them are not marked, so I don't know how much they actually weigh. But the flip side of that is, since they're mine, I don't actually necessarily need to care how much they weigh. I just need to write my logbook, what weights I was wearing where. So I felt like I was trimmed out a little better this dive. I don't know. So my BCD has something called trim pockets, which are pockets in the back, which, you know, you put weight in to kind of adjust your trim in the water. And by trim, I mean, at least what I think it means is, you know, kind of your horizontal position. Like if you just relax all your muscles and just float there, kind of the way your body floats in the water. I mean, ideally you want to be kind of sideways, maybe up a little bit, your torso. And I don't know if I have like heavy torso and light legs or something, but I like to have more weight in my trim pouches or my trim pockets than my actual weight pouches in the front. At least when I'm in a wetsuit, that's what I do. I put the heavier weights in the trim and the lighter weights in my weight pouches. Hey, fishy. Boy, he's really checking me out. But the heavier weights I need for dry suit diving just don't fit in the trim pouches. I tried. I wish the trim pouches were bigger. But I ended up stuffing a 5 and a 3 in each trim pouch. I barely got that to fit. And then I stuffed the heavier weights, at least 6 pounds each. I think they're probably more than that, honestly. I bet they're close to 10. They might be 10 each. These are really big weights. But I have to throw them on a scale to find out. But those fit in my regular weight pouches. And that was enough to sink, which, you know, that's the first goal, because I couldn't do that with what I had to start out with. But it kind of threw my trim off, so I felt like I was kind of top heavy, which might have contributed to the legs in the air feeling I had, which maybe that was in my head, I don't know. Or maybe I thought it was the trim weights that were putting my legs in the air when I thought it was air in my legs, is what I was trying to say. I don't know, but it just didn't feel the same as a wetsuit. I couldn't get my trim quite right. But this dive was better for that because I put the 8s in the trim pouches, and I did not do that the first dive. I think I had only 5 pounds in each trim pouch on the first dive. But anyway, that was a long explanation on my weight issues. See, we're still hanging on the platform here, and the fish are still checking us out. Yeah, Mermet was empty, man. I can't believe, I thought it was going to be packed because it was a day in the 60s, you know, nice day in the middle of winter. Well, March 2nd is in the middle of winter, I guess, but you're normally not getting a day in the 60s on March 2nd. So, and it was sunny, you know, I thought, man, we're going to be fighting for space, and there was nobody there. I think I saw maybe 3 other divers the entire day. We didn't see any of them under the water. So yeah, it was weird. The fish were really hanging out with us here, but I don't know if fish like the divers or not, but they seem pretty interested and curious in us today, on this day. Alright, so we finally got out of the platforms and made it to the wall. And you can see all the silt and things, all the silt on this wall. I was in front for most of this way going. Turns out I don't like that at all. First of all, I'm by far the most inexperienced diver in the group here, so that was just kind of weird. But then, you know, you're constantly looking back to find people, and I like to be the person in the back to see the person in front. Because it's easier to see. I don't have to turn around, you know. When I'm the one turning around, it's kind of a pain. And yeah, there was a couple times. I'm glad I checked because I think there was at least 2 times on the way out here. I turned around and nobody there. I'm like, okay, you look up, look down, don't see anything. Where did they go? So you just put it in reverse, turn around, and start swimming and hope you find them. And actually, I did both times, or at least one time. I think it happened twice. Yeah, actually, Tom told us later that he was having a really hard time with his buoyancy and things on this dive, so he was actually really good at the first dive, and he had trouble this one, and it was kind of flipped for me. I had trouble on both of them, but the second dive was better for me when I rearranged the weights, and plus, you know, every experience matters, even if it's even subconscious, I think, sometimes. But you can see me, I'm still touching the wall here a lot, which every time I do that, you know, it's kicking up silt and things. And so pretty clear on the way out. Yeah, much worse visibility coming home. I don't think we saw much here. We did see the spoonbills. I did take a peek at these yesterday. Uh-oh, where's my playlist? There it is. Oh wow, we got a long way to go. Yeah, man, I take too many videos. I think I said that in the first ad. Yeah, unfortunately not great footage of the spoonbills, but they are in frame. I don't know why I don't just take my camera off my head and point it at them. Yeah, I remember there was one time at Mermet, big spoonbill in front of me, and I thought, you know, I had my camera getting it, and nothing. Missed it entirely. It's look at that. Hold on. Oh, alright, there's somebody below me. Or is that my light? Nah, yeah, it can't be mine. Or wait, maybe it is mine. Yeah, here we go. This is probably Lost Them All Part 1 here. Well, I'm surprised I keep my camera on. Yeah, we don't have a problem underwater. If something goes wrong, there they are. The first thing I do is turn my camera off, and I shouldn't do that, man. I should keep it on, because it's... Like, my first initial thought is, alright, I got a problem, or I need something that needs fixing, or addressed, or whatever. You know, the last thing in my mind right now needs to be futzing with this camera. But then I miss the cool stuff. and you miss it. You miss the recovery here. Yeah, I remember, oh boy, this is... Yeah, I found some trash. Normally I'd pick that up and put it in my BCD pocket, you know, pick up trash. But with the weights taking up so much space, so the weight pouches are like right next to, or I guess under the zippered BCD pouches. And I don't know. I'm sure I could have crunched it up and stuffed it in there, but yeah, I had way more weight in the front than I normally do. And the initial thought in my mind was that's not going to fit, so I just left it, unfortunately. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so there was one time in Cozumel. What happened? I forget what dive we were doing, but I had a reel, because back then we were actually calling the boat with SMB. So we get to the end of the dive, we take out a reel and our SMB, attach them, and then let out some line a little bit, and then take the rag out of your mouth, at least for mine, because mine had to be orally inflated. Blow some air into the SMB. This is all like 15, 20 feet underwater. It shoots to the surface, you know, you pop your regulator back in your mouth real quick, and then the boat would see that and come pick you up. Which is a little weird. To me, like, SMB is like a danger, problem is wrong, you know, there's something wrong, but that's how we call the boat. I love these floating leaves in the water. They're just pretty cool looking. But anyway, so we had a reel in Cozumel, and I'm swimming along, and my cousin gets my attention, and my reel came undone, and I'm just trailing line. Just all over the place. Like, it had been doing this for a little bit now. And Tim and I, that's my cousin, were a little bit behind his wife and the dive guy. Couldn't get their attention. We probably should have been closer together. Here's the spoonbill. So you can see it, kind of. It's there. Top of the frame. So I see this thing, and I deviate from the wall, or start leaving the wall, which was freaking me out in the back of my mind, because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to find the wall, because I don't know the compass heading to anything. And there's another one. There it is. Yeah. So I'm already like, uh-oh, I've lost the wall. I turn around, it's still there. Yeah, and then I run back to the safety of the wall, but there you go, man. Every time I see a spoonbill, I don't see it. Or I don't get it on camera, so finally spotted one on my own and got it on camera, kind of. It's like probably the first time that's happened. Yeah, there were two of them. I don't know, it's a pretty big one. I think they get up to like 5 feet long, maybe. Those weren't that big, I don't think, but decent size for sure. I don't know Another suspended leaf. Yeah, I remember this one. It's frozen in time, it looks like. Very cool. But yeah, I'm trailing my line all over this coral reef almost, and Tim finally comes over. We couldn't get their attention, so Tim's wife and the dive guide keep going. You know, that's the one time in my life I wish I had something I could bang my tank. But you know, I turned the camera off immediately because I'm freaking out. Like, oh no, what am I gonna do? And Tim actually rescued most of it. He was kind of untangling it from coral, and I was spooling it back up, I think, is kind of how it went. But it's like, man, yeah, I wish I had gotten that on camera. That would have been a cool thing to see, you know, just kind of, whoops, here's a problem, and here's how we fixed it. And but I start freaking out the moment something goes wrong, and I'm just like, camera off. I don't know, next time I'll try to keep my wits about me and keep the camera rolling. That's the good stuff. You know? What? So, alright, I think I lost everybody again here. There's a blue tank. Alright, there's Terry, yeah. And you can tell, it's easy. It's easy to lose people in here. Being in the middle is kind of tough sometimes, because when you got three, we should probably be shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, but we were basically going in a line. And I've been that middle person in a line before, and it can be tough if the person behind you is lagging a little bit. Jeez, I can't talk. You know, you're trying to keep up with both of them, and it's like person behind you, person in front of you, and if they just keep getting further and further apart, eventually you got to make a choice. It's like, who do I stick with? Yeah, it can be stressful being that middle person trying to keep in visual contact of the person in the front and the person in the rear. But, it looks like we still haven't turned around yet because the wall's to our right. Yeah, I think that's about it. I didn't see anything else. Saw a bunch of leaves stuck to the wall here. I thought that was kind of weird. I don't know what forces of physics caused all these leaves to like congregate and pile up in this one place on the wall. Maybe somebody stuffed them there, but that doesn't seem likely. Man. I might just turn the sound up. I don't think I have anything else to say. There they are. Look at that. Look at all those leaves stuck there. How did that happen? I don't get it. We're probably like 30 feet down. I mean, I don't think there's any real current in this thing. I don't know what could cause those leaves to just bunch up together like that. Very strange. Yeah, I don't know. When we do this dive where we just kind of circle the wall, I have a tendency to just watch the wall. I don't know. It's, did I lose them again? Yeah, I think I did. Here we go. On the search. Back on the search and recovery. Oh, there we go. There's Terry. Alright. You know, not to mention if one of us had a problem here. Yeah, we were too far apart in here. We should have been closer together for this one. There's my leaves again. That's how far back I swam. Look at all those. How did those get there? And right below it too. I mean, it's a little ledge, I guess, but I mean, there's a ledge too. How come there's not a bunch of leaves piled up on that one? I don't. That one's got a few. Yeah, well. Maybe there's a bunch of trees right above here. There's trees all over the quarry. I don't know. It's a tree leaf mystery. Just have to chalk it up to one of the mysteries of the universe. I don't know. Alright, that's Terry saying we're done, turn around, yeah. So we've been going about 20 minutes so far. And I was fine with that. I don't think Tom saw Terry. was like, Terry's not going to tell him? I guess it's up to me. We're turning around, Tom. Okay. Yep, so now you're going to get a bunch of reverse videos with the wall on the left. Enthralling. And yeah, you can already see all the crap we kicked up on the way here is, whoa. I think somebody cleaned out the leaf cache on that ledge. I don't remember doing that. When did that happen? Whoops. Oh well. Those leaves look like they needed an adventure anyway. Time to explore parts unknown. Going to find somewhere else to float around in the quarry. It's going to be great. We'll be buying spoonbills in no time. Alright, well we've bunched up pretty close together now. It didn't stay that way though. I remember, I remember losing Tom on the way back. He had gone up pretty shallow. Not sure why. I think he had a reason though. So Terry's got those split fins. I need to read about those. You know, I just bought a new pair of fins. I think I mentioned that in the Miami video. Yeah, I was really struggling in that Miami current. And I can't, I'm a very weak swimmer anyway, but it's probably time for me to get some fins that are going to help me in any way possible. So I wore them actually for the first time on this dive. I couldn't really get a feel for them. First of all, there's no currents in Mermet, so who knows. And secondly, I was wearing a dry suit, so again, who knows? You know, I have no intuition about my profile swimming in a dry suit, really. You know, how that compares to a wetsuit, especially on the surf. Well, not especially, but including on the surface. So I don't know. They fit in my rock boots fine. I was worried about that, but there was no problems there. And they seem to be okay. But I'm really not going to know until I get down to Miami Current or Cozumel Current. Yeah, I really wish I could redo those Miami dives exactly as they were with these new fins, just to see if it matters at all. I spent $300 on them, so I hope they're pretty high quality. You know, I did a little Googling. And I don't know, it's tough picking out dive equipment. It's just so much. It's just like anything else. You know, there's probably dozens and dozens of different kind of fins. It's like, you know, what am I going to try all these out and then pick one? You just... The dive shops, or at least the ones online, are... Well, nah, I take that back. I was going to say they're pretty good about letting you try stuff, but... Yeah, I was playing with the bubbles here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I lost everyone after I got done with this. Whoops, yeah, I knocked a rock down. Oh, I missed it. Yeah. Look to the left, look to the right, didn't find anybody. In my mind, I'm like, gosh, why was I playing with the bubbles? Now I've lost everybody. Oh man, where did they go? I don't know. Playing with bubbles was not worth this. Are they behind me? Oh, there's somebody. Okay. Whew. Crisis averted. There's Tom. Yeah, so where'd Terry go? Yeah, at this point I was... Now Tom is sticking with Tom. I didn't know where Terry was. Oh, jeez. It was like, never mind. It's tough keeping up with everybody. I'll just say that. Yeah, still like, alright, got Tom. Tom's still in my 6. Where did Terry go? Uh-oh. Terry, where are you? Getting a little worried. Oh boy. Getting worried. I'll probably turn the camera off to find him. Yeah, I found this traffic cone. I don't know if this thing's supposed to be down here, but it's been down here a while. Based on the amount of grime. And yeah, it kind of looks like a rock. Yeah, as I was saying about the dive gear. Oh, there's Terry. Okay, I guess I turned the camera off and found him. Yeah, you just gotta, like, close your eyes and pick, man. Like, I don't know what else to do. And I buy all my dive gear online, and don't dive shop, cover your ears. Yeah, I've never bought any equipment in a dive shop. I just feel like the selection online is going to be way better, you know, and maybe cheaper. I really haven't compared prices much, but my dive shop here is, yeah, it's great. It's big. They sell a lot of stuff, and I always wonder, like, do they really sell any of this gear in here? I don't think I've ever seen anyone buy any gear in a dive shop. They got like computers behind the case, and I buy things online. I don't know. About the only thing I don't buy online is groceries, even though I have done that before. When I was crutching around with my torn Achilles, I was doing curbside pickup on groceries that come in boxes, and I'd go in there on my knee scooter to buy fruits and vegetables and things. You know, I don't want anyone picking out my fruits and vegetables. That's me. That's got to be on me. I set that up pretty cool, if I must say. I had so the knee scooter came with a basket, but it was a pretty tiny basket, so I was able to get some bungee cords, and I'd take a grocery store basket, you know, a little bigger, and bungee it to my knee scooter, and then I could walk around, or scoot around the store doing that. You know, they have those mechanical carts, and I'm like, man, I'm not that bad. I can get around. We'll save those for people who actually need them. But yeah, it worked out. I got a few comments on my my hack job there with it's basically a mechanical cart with no engine. Knee scooter with a basket. But oh man, I can't believe one of those fish ventured away from the cool hangout spot that is the platform. That's where they all were. Some fish are here. It must be getting close. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a few of them now. They're close to the platform. And what do you know? There it is. Okay. Just kidding. I gave that fish too much credit. He didn't venture away from anything. I'm not sure what that rope is for. They got like fountains on the surface. If you go back to my above water video, you can see him spraying water. I think that cable has something to do with that fountain. Or one of them. Is there two fountains? There might be two fountains. And back to the platform. The dive gear, the online dive shops are good about not trying things. They're not going to send you a bunch of stuff and you try which one you like and then, what are you doing, fishy? But they are very good about sizing. So if you buy something that doesn't fit, they'll let you send it back, change size for free. If it's within 60 days, I think, they'll give you a cash back if you just don't want it anymore. Or after that, I think they'll give you store credit or something. I mean, it's going to depend on the site, obviously, but yeah, I just all online. I don't. The only stuff I bought in a dive shop, anti-fog gel. And I don't even know. Nothing much bigger than that. And yeah, I'm just hanging out. I did activate a safety stop here. And my computer, if I go below 30 feet, it activates the safety stop, which means, yeah, you gotta sit at 15 feet for 3 minutes before it lets you go up. I think it's supposed to be anywhere between 20 and 10 feet, but 15 feet is ideal for 3 minutes. And, yep, what kind of putter we got here? I don't remember seeing this putter here, so, yeah, I wonder where this stuff comes from. People must, like, bring stuff to just leave here. I don't know. I imagine that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. But I don't know. Maybe it's all dive shop employees. Maybe we got a golfer with no putter. It's like, hey, throw this on the platform. There's golf clubs down the 65-foot platform. Well, a golf club at least there used to be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this stuff comes from. Toys for the fishies and the divers. Everybody gets along. I bet they do an annual cleanup where they just, maybe not annual, maybe monthly. They just swim around and find all the stuff that fell off the platforms or that people threw off. If you remember that bathtub of bowling balls from the first video. Oh yeah. So here Terry, I still didn't get his attention. So here Terry's looking for Tom. So Tom went up. You can see Tom at the top. Terry thought we lost him, so he's swimming back looking for looking for Tom. And I'm like, Terry, he's up. He went up already. He's not down here. But I can't really get Terry's attention, and now I'm looking for Tom because now I don't even see Tom, and I'm like, well, maybe that was somebody else, you know. Now I'm having second thoughts about it. And I don't know the hand signals to tell Terry that Tom already went up. So I'm just like pointing and saying up. I think Terry got the message, but yeah, we ought to have. I don't know the hand signals for that. This is the best one. I think I'm about to crack the surface. I always think it's kind of cool, the transition to the surface. But that's it.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah. That's it. Mermet dive, dry suit winter dive, 2024. Knocked it out. 2 is enough for us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.